Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new episode of our show, Fancy That Podcast. And as usual, I am Ishti and Ashik Rahman, and we are the hosts of your show, Fancy That Podcast. So, today we're going to talk on when do you actually say the three magical words I love you. So I love you. It has become a phrase in our life that we really grow up using, hearing, whether it be in any form of family or it be in any movie of Bollywood and even in Hollywoods. These are really widely used. So these three words are actually, I feel, one of the most common words that a child can grow up with, and these three words actually has a lot of meaning hidden within it. So just three words, you see, these are just three single words, but if you give meaning to it, if we give meaning to it, it can lead to a whole dimension of regularity in our human life. So, Ashik, welcome to our show.
Yep, thank you.
So today let's talk on when to say I love you. So now I'd like to actually ask you, how do you actually know that she has that kind of attraction to you, and it's safe to go on walking the path of actually getting to say I love you? How do you actually know she's attracted to you?
Yep, that's a good question because before you go on saying the word I love you and all that, proposing her with a $1 billion diamond ring, I don't know if that exists, but you should know if she's really interested in you, not just that diamond ring.
Like
So,
if she's gonna reject you, no matter
yeah,
if it is diamond or not.
yeah, that's also a very fair point. So, you have to read all the signs that she's giving from the very first day, right? So, there is a chart that you can refer to which actually shows or which mentions that if she's doing this and this things, that means she's, let's say, 50% interested in you or 80% interested in you and stuff like that. So you are the one who's interacting with her, so you have to read the signs all the time, being the guy. Sometimes women say something but they're doing something else, so you have to see what actions are they taking. If she says that, oh, you are a really sweet guy, I really like you and all that, but then cancels your date, never gives a replacement time or an alternate time for the date, then that means she doesn't want to hurt you, so she is politely rejecting you. So that's a sign. These are the signs that you read from the very first day that you meet her on the date. Okay, is she cutting the date short or she's more interested in you on the first date? And since in the last episode we talked about the first date, what you do is read the signs. So on the first date, the signs that you read are basically, is she looking you in the eyes or is she looking away? Is she really closed off? Or is she more open or interested to talk to you? Is she talking a lot and responding to your questions and really enjoying the time? You have to see those signs. You have to notice those signs. In the second date, how do you go on a second date? That's also a sign, because if after the first date, on the next week, what you do is you ask her out on a date and she rejects you, she doesn't give an alternative time for meeting up, that means she's not interested in you anymore.
And
Probably
that's
you can
it.
try.
That's it.
Exactly. So that's a sign.
Yeah,
So
I think if you over forcefully keep on asking her, I think that's going to kill your impression so
she's gonna
much
call the cops
slow.
on you. So if you like, if the question is about asking her on a date, how many times do you get rejected max, that would be 2. First, after you ask her out and she says, sorry, I can't do that, she's politely being respectful about you and denying you the date. She's not giving an alternative time, that means she's not interested. What you can do is, after like 1 week, you can ask her again, same way, same thing. If she says no, that means that's it, she is not interested in you. Numerically speaking, she's less than 50% attracted to you. The attraction level is less than 50%. She has to be at least 50% attracted to you in order to date you. Now, as I was talking about the signs that would involve you reading her signs. For example, if she's interested, if she's looking at you, if she's touching you, or is she trying to hold your arms, or maybe if you are holding her arms and is she taking her arms back, if she's uncomfortable. That's if she takes her arm back and she never touches you again, she never holds your arm again or hand again, that basically means she's not interested in you. She does not feel comfortable around you. You consistently read these signs, what she is doing. If she is really close to you when you guys are sitting or walking. For example, I remember a guy who's like, when he's walking and it was an empty road, he's deliberately walking through the whole road like a zigzag pattern wave, because no cars or no vehicles were there, and the girl was basically walking with him. Exactly, okay. Right? So she is basically following you because she's at least 50% attracted to you. I'm not going to say 100%, at least 50%. That is important. She's not cutting the date short. She's calling you after you guys go home. You guys are meeting more frequently. Initially, it was like once a week date. Now that frequency has increased to 2 or 3 days per week. And she basically says she misses you whenever you guys are not talking, even though she just probably met you yesterday. That is a surefire way. That means her interest level is greater than 70% or 80%.
Huge positive sign.
These are the biggest signs. The smaller signs would be like, how is she talking to you? Is she playing with her hair? Is she looking you in the eyes? If she is more open to it. Now, love you.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah.
Exactly. This is basically a label. Okay? Is she acting like your girlfriend before those 3 words are exchanged? Are you guys dating? Without dating multiple times in a week, without her interest level risen up to, let's say, 80%, you do not say, I love you. So you have to see those signs. Also, I think that's basically it. You have to read the signs, and these are the signs. These are few of the signs. There are other signs like one of the surefire way to understand that she's attracted to you and she wants you to say it is when she says, let's not, like, are you really dating someone or something? Do not date any other girls. I don't want you to see any other girls except me. She wants to be exclusive. That is like, it's giving it away. Basically, that's when
definitely.
you know.
Definitely.
But
so
before that, you have to see those small signs. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you actually know that it is the right time to actually say it?
So first of all, the point of dating and point of asking all those questions to her in the dates was for you to understand if she's interested in you, also understand if she's the kind of person that you really want to be with. Because when you go to a relationship, when you formally say I love you, that means you are formally in a relationship, and that is basically a label, but then you also are in a relationship. So in order to get separated, you have to formally break up. So before you say I love you, you guys are not formally in a relationship yet. So you still have the chance to walk away if you think she's not for you. So
Yeah.
that's why you take your time before saying those words or getting exclusive. You probably ideally should see other people and see if you really like her, because once you are in a relationship and then you say that okay, no, she's not the right person for me, and probably I should have dated that other girl, Jessica, then that would be a mess. It's like ordering food in a restaurant and looking at the menu and feeling bad that why didn't I order this food? Make sure you really want this food before you order the food. So the point of taking this time is that you have to understand yourself if she is the right person for you. Now, I get this. It takes time to actually know a person. So it usually takes 3 months of being constantly in touch with a person to know what kind of person she is, because one person can, in average, they can hide their true selves for 3 months, especially if you're in a relationship. So that's like the max or average time, I would say. So you should give it a time before you actually know that she's for. Probably she might look good and you were drop dead gorgeous for you. That's fine. But you have to also know if she's the right person for you. She might be toxic. She might have, I don't know, a messed up situation that you might not like, or you might like as well. I don't know about you. So you have to really understand that if you are really interested in her or not.
Okay, so how was your actual giveaway of the 3 magical words with your current relationship status?
Who told you I have a relationship?
Well, our listeners definitely would definitely know, for such a experienced guy like you to definitely have someone special in your life, definitely.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, people are not dumb, I guess. So the point is, so what I would say is, basically what you're asking is after how long of dating someone you say I love you if you're a guy.
Yeah.
So you don't say that on the first date. Guys do that. Guys buy rings on the first date and propose to her, and they think that that is the start of a relationship. That is absolutely wrong way of doing that.
Yeah.
You also don't want to friend zone her, or you don't want her to friend zone you. So you treat her like your girlfriend. Imagine if she's your girlfriend, and what would you do with your girlfriend? You ask her out, you would probably ask her to kiss you. You would ask her to, go to your home and Netflix and chill. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do that before you say those whatever cursed words. But so she would basically be your girlfriend before you say those words, before formally labeling it as a relationship, because this is nothing but a label. Just like marriage, it's a label. Love should exist within you, both of you, before you guys say that. How long does it take scientifically on average? It takes 7 weeks or less, depending on how much she's interested in you to start with. For example, in my case, she was very interested in me, as was I. And as it started off with a high level of, or high percentage of interest to begin with, let's say 60 to 70 or more percent, that's why it took me less than 7 weeks, but it was close. It took me almost 2 months, which is like 6 weeks. No, not 2 months. What am I doing? 1.5 months, which is like 6 weeks, before she told me or given me a hint that she really loves me or likes me. Okay? I did not say that. If you are the guy, you do not push the girl by saying I love you. She might say that. She's the one to say that. You have to understand that if you're the guy, she has to say that. She has to formalize the formal thing. Finish the formality. Too much
Okay,
formality.
I can relate to that.
Exactly, right? So, see, if you are someone as successful as Ishti, you would probably know it. So, he knows it. You have to know it now. That you don't say that. Once you wonder that, when I'm gonna say her that I love her, come on, man. She understands that you love her. The point is, does she know that she loves you or not? You know that when she says you that by her. So that's until then, you wait. You do the right things. You date her. Increase the frequency of dates. Do the right things. Netflix and chill. And then she would say that eventually.
Okay, so on that note, we should definitely not elongate it further from the point when she has already said it.
Yeah.
So that might actually repel her off. And
Yeah,
once
that means
she's
you are friend zoning her.
yeah, so once she's out, she's gonna be out no
Yeah.
matter how much you try later on.
Unless she's super interested in you, then if you friend zone her and she doesn't have, like, she's super interested in you and like thinks like, okay, that's okay, then that's probably she might come back. But don't do that if you're actually interested in her.
Yeah,
When she says it, you say it.
we need the perfect timing for everything. Not too fast, not too late. Just the perfect timing.
Yeah, we literally
Okay.
told you it takes 7 weeks. If it happens earlier than that, that's good for you. But at least 7 weeks, give it or take.
Yeah, and it should not definitely occur on the first date. Definitely.
Definitely not. Unless you want to get friends on right away. It's up to you.
So, our listeners, that has been everything for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Stick with us for our next episodes, and we do have something special coming in your way. So, until next episode, we are signing off, and we've been your hosts, Ishti and Ashik. So, see you guys. in our
And
next
congratulations. If she says I love you and you say that back, congratulations. Now you are in a relationship. Thanks to our podcast.
Okay, and do pay respect to the meaning of I love you.
Yep.
Thank you.